Up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Welcome to the Gamers at Large midweek show for June 8th, 2016. I got with me the Good Shepherd,
What's up, good peoples? Your ADHD specialist coming through.
and I also got with me Triple M.
Hey, Triple M here, and even though E3 is just around the corner, but this has got to be said. People, don't swallow.
Wow.
Right? That being said, now if you've caught our last midweek show and Sunday's cast, we have been giving our predictions for E3 2016, and tonight is our last one, and we're going to be taking a look at Microsoft. Um, Now, Microsoft has an interesting lineup list. Now, the list that I'm looking at is gonna be can be found on IGN. They have a Games at E3 2016 list of confirmed titles that will be there and that will be playable. The interesting thing about the Xbox is outside of the third party games, there's only about 3 games that I see here on this list that are going to be there. One of them being a new Forza title, the other ones being Crackdown 3 and Gears of War 4. And Recore and Scalebound. Sorry about that. Forgot about those.
Okay, I was gonna say, okay, cool.
Recore and Scalebound. The only difference is though Scalebound will not be playable. Neither will Recore or Gears of War 4.
Well, record's a given.
Yeah. So.
Early in development.
Yeah. So that being said, we did get some playable trailers today from a couple of third-party games that will be on the Xbox One, and one of them is the Watch Dogs 2 trailer. Did you guys get a chance to see that one?
Actually, no, I didn't. I wasn't too enthused to watch it because, yeah. But I was eventually gonna check it out. I had a crazy day. You already know what happened.
Well, it's not a bad trailer in my opinion. But it does show
gameplay.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I don't expect the trailers that come out before E3. I don't expect any gameplay to be on them, and I don't know why people are expecting gameplay to be on trailers pre E3.
And I
know that's true, but I mean, okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. Continue.
Yeah, I'm just saying like when they're especially like a world premiere. When have we ever got a world premiere trailer that had gameplay in it?
True.
From Microsoft. From Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
From Microsoft.
I wouldn't even expect a trailer before. I wouldn't even expect a trailer of a game that's supposed to be announced at E3 in general, or before being announced at E3 in general. So yeah.
That seems to be the pattern this year, though. They've had a lot of trailers from Sony and Microsoft.
Well, speaking about that pattern actually started last year.
Yeah.
It did, actually. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And I know I might get flack for saying this, but E3 is it that irrelevant? As in the good the all and all the be all and all Super Bowl. Great, I can't even say it with a straight face.
Well, I mean,
got your thoughts.
I mean, this year for some reason, and I'll go on and say this year for some reason, E3 just feels, I guess because all the people talking about backing out and certain ones that they're just all you're gonna see is like vid trailers, but you're not gonna see any gameplay or anything gonna be on the floor. I think because we've heard this before it even goes down. It's kind of made it a little bit, I don't know, lackluster across the board. Just because of how, we've heard of so many people like pulling out and stuff before it even, starts.
I have a theory about that, but I won't discuss that while we're live.
Okay. So,
do tell, my friend.
I just said I'm not going to say it while we're live.
Yeah, completely understandable. Shadow.
The Fox is here.
What's going on?
Hey, just going over. It looks like Crackdown 3 and Gears of War 4 along with Recore and Scalebound, will be on the floor at E3 if what this list on IGN says true. I know you were looking forward to Crackdown, right?
Yeah, Crackdown, and Gears. I haven't even really gotten into the demo yet,
Hmm.
but from some of the footage I've seen of it, it looks okay. So I'm interested in that too, and obviously I want to know what's going on with Scalebound, and there's supposedly going to be there are rumblings of a New Dead Rising coming. So
That reminds me, real quick before I forget. I'm getting my Xbox One in July, so send your gift cards then, gentlemen. Just letting you know that.
Oh my gosh.
Xbox Live gift cards and anything. Yeah. So just before you forget, put that in your head. Save up if you need to, sir. Okay,
nah,
continue.
I'll just give you a season pass to Killer Instinct season 3.
I was joking, but I'll definitely take that.
All right. So
Get everything what you can get.
all right. So Shadow, you a fighter head. Did you see that Injustice 2 trailer?
No, but I
Fire,
heard about
fire.
it, and so the thing that everybody keeps talking about is that I guess Superman and Batman aren't in it, or they are not the headliners of the game anymore.
Well, the
Actually, that's
trailer
incorrect.
it,
Go ahead, Jay.
from the trailer aspect, it looks they are in it. The
They're focusing
trailer
on Flash.
it is a CG trailer, so we're not seeing any gameplay or anything. But from what I read on the article after the trailer dropped, was that I guess it's Supergirl, Atrocitus, and I forgot who the other guy is. They're going to be the headliner supposedly.
Yeah, Flash. Flash is the headline, from what I understand.
Okay.
He's one of
Okay.
them. Yeah. I have to say,
Okay.
for a gimmick, that looked awesome. I like the armor. I just have to say that.
The
It's
the
gimmicky,
Batman
but
one looked the Batman one looked nice, but to put armor on
Superman.
Superman and Supergirl,
yeah, that's kind of stupid.
yeah.
Why? Yeah, why? You're right. I forgot to comment on that. That was what? Why?
Now
To
you
be
see.
Lex Luthor.
Now,
But the one on Batman and Flash was badass.
Yeah.
now you see, Commander. If Andre was here, he would have straight out told you you weren't thinking while looking at the trailer.
Mm. Uh, so how many bets do we have at the table right now? How many dollars do we have on the table right now? This does not make it to a Nintendo platform.
No, it's not. Ed Boon don't.
I'm gonna
I
drop
got.
a grand on that one. I got a grand.
Do you not remember what Ed
I'll
Boon
pop you
said?
with 100 grand.
And he's gonna blame the lack of performance on the first Injustice that got zero support.
No.
Well, actually, they might put a front for NX. They might.
Well, here's the thing about Ed Boon had already pretty much made his viewpoint well known when
Oh yeah.
somebody asked him politely just to get the rest of the DLC.
You know what? You should have said it like this, Jay. Ed was booning on that front.
Oh Lord. Oh, so bad. What was I didn't hear
Oh,
the
excuse
news
me.
about the DLC. I only heard about when the person asked, say, "Hey, why isn't Mortal Kombat X on Wii U?"
No, well, there was one where there was a guy who asked about getting the rest of the DLC for Injustice, Guys Among Us, because the Wii U version got most of it, but it didn't get like the John Stewart stuff. It didn't get like the last 2 packs or whatever.
Yeah.
So they asked him nicely, and he just pretty much was being, for lack of a better word, a dick about it.
Of course.
And then the whole Mortal Kombat X situation where he told him, well, people want to play Smash Brothers on Sony and Microsoft. And I'm like, dude, you're a third-party developer. That's a first-party
Exactly.
title. You're an idiot. So, I mean, if that's how he wants to be, that's just how he wants to be. So, me personally, I actually enjoyed the story of Injustice, Guys Among Us, the first one, because I thought it was a pretty good story.
Yep.
So, I might give this one a chance. I mean,
On the
wouldn't hurt
story.
nothing.
I liked it. I'm just annoyed, but that's normal for a fighting game that I beat the game in the same night I picked it up.
Well,
So that's normal. That's normal for fighting games.
yeah. Well, the story mode ain't what. The story mode, what, about 2 hours
So,
tops?
yeah, about 2.5 hours.
Yeah. So I mean,
I always enjoyed the type of the effort that they put to making these things exist. Like coming up with excuses, you know what I'm saying? Coming up with the type of story excuses to make that stuff happen.
yeah,
Because they started off with the worst one, and the worst one was Marvel versus DC, and they somehow made that seem at least plausible, even though it was like kind of ridiculous. But they at least made it seem plausible, and that was the workings of their fighting engine, and that's how it kind of graduated to Injustice and all that. But I can at least appreciate, NetherRealm attempting to try to fuse what material they have. They try to grab what material they can and say, hey, now what are good excuses to make these people beat the hell out of each other?
yeah.
Yeah, they come up with pretty good reasons.
I'm hoping like at E3 they'll actually like show what the thing is this time. Last time in the first game it was because Joker killed Lois Lane,
I think it was Lois, yeah.
and it was messed up how he did it. So that one was good. So I'm wondering what's gonna be the whole
what
thing.
I like is that was totally a Joker move too. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was exactly what the Joker would have did. So yeah. All right. What do you guys think? Or do you think we're gonna see a good amount of Scalebound at E3 this year? Because like last year we barely got 10 minutes with the game.
I mean, all things considering, I think we will see more, but I don't think we'll see a whole lot more.
Because this is
they should show a whole lot more. But I think
2017.
Yeah, I'll probably say the same thing. We'll probably see more gameplay footage of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious more about the combat system because from what I saw, the combat system it had my full attention, but I think there's a lot more meat to it than what they showed. I'm hoping they'll show more regarding the combat at least. Hopefully they'll hint to the storyline more, but I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, here's hoping because I'm actually that's one of those games that I'm actually got on my list. I mean, it's a Platinum Studio game, so I pretty much said I was going to pick it up anyway. But I'm actually looking forward to it.
Well, all the graphics whores didn't like how that game demoed last year, so.
I don't care less. I'm picking that's one of the
But people were saying the same thing about Sunset Overdrive too, and I'm like, that's a pretty good looking game.
And it was still in development phase.
You know why people talk smack is because if you look at it, it looked like it belongs somewhere else, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, it does. It does scream. I am a Nintendo or a first party PlayStation 1 game.
Oh, please don't say that. You might make
And it's sad because it would have sold really well elsewhere.
I mean, the game in and of itself, if people didn't pick it up, that's their loss because the game is hilarious and a whole lot of fun. So
yeah, that's the first. That Mortal Kombat and what's the other game? I had 3 top games that I'm picking up like 5 or 6, but those that's in the top 3 games I'm getting for the X1.
Makes sense. Now Crackdown. Now I thought Crackdown was supposed to come out this year. Crackdown 3.
I thought so too.
But according to this list from it's on IGN, it doesn't have a date. It has like a to be announced. So, do you think we're gonna see anything? Hopefully, like some gameplay footage, something.
Well, here's the problem. I guess people or developers in general haven't yet figured out how to do the whole open world thing on those platforms.
Mm-hmm.
The first legit one was Lego City Undercover, and that was still kind of GTA 5-ish, if you will. Yeah. So they haven't really done. All they've done is take last generation engines and put them in half 1080p. So I don't think they've used a lot of the vertex, the extra vertex shaders and stuff like that you'll have with this new hardware and the new RAM and stuff like that, so you can have a true open world. I think that's more of what they're working on. And to be honest with you, I think probably 2019, close to the end of the 8th generation, we'll start seeing stuff like probably another Red Dead sequel. And I think Crackdown is going to take a little bit longer than we probably initially thought for that same reason.
Okay.
Really, they couldn't even they couldn't learn from GTA 5.
I mean, but GTA 5 wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't leveraging anything for these new pieces of hardware. It was literally like a port up. So
Yeah,
all
'cause
they did
that
was
was
just
seventh
there
gen.
was
It was
extra
just an
RAM.
upres,
Yeah, they just made
honestly.
it run smoother. They didn't use anything from the ground up on this hardware. So like nothing's in EDRAM. Like it's all running in regular RAM, emulated.
So, wouldn't it also have to do that? This is like speculation, of course, but didn't the developers from Crackdown 3 wanted to utilize the whole what was it again? Having the game to run on servers to play it online? Because I remember.
Oh, I thought that was supposed to happen with Dead Rising as well. That's what I thought. Like part of the multiplayer, like half of the multiplayer side of the game was going to be server side. I thought that was the power of the cloud type deal, and they were
There,
gonna make
there it is.
and
The
it was
power
supposed
of
to
the
make
cloud.
like Forza look good and stuff like that. I don't remember anything about Crackdown though.
Hmm.
Oh,
I could be wrong, but I don't remember any claims about Crackdown. I could.
oh, that could be just hearsay.
Yeah. Well, other than that, it looks like we got to look forward to a new Forza game, but this doesn't say when. Just Cause 3. Just Cause ain't bad. And not to mention, well, Hitman is going to be playable on the floor. This one's going to be playable on the floor. Uh, Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. Just saw that other trailer
Yep.
today. That's supposed to be playable on the floor.
Okay.
Dishonored 2 is
Okay,
going
I'm
to be
sorry. I'm
there.
sorry. My bad, Jay. Hey, so I did a little search real quick and I completely forgot. I'm kind of dumb. But they so like last year they did do a demo on the Destructive City. It was a Destructive City demo,
Yes,
and
that's
apparently all of that was offloaded to servers. So that like a like cloud destruction model.
Hmm. And that's for
So
Crackdown?
yeah, for Crackdown. So the whole city is destructible, and all the destruction is not being it's not host side, it's server side.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
So that way, I guess so that way when if you and it'd be kind of cool too because if you play it multiplayer, say you have like a bunch of different multiplayer sessions, kind of like what's going on in Grand Theft Auto 5 right now. Like everybody sees where everybody else is on the map from everybody kind of joins in to the lobby or whatever. You could
Uh-huh.
be anywhere in the game world and people can see where you are on the map. So if one person say blows up a building or whatever, everybody that's online sees that destruction and it stays the same for everybody. So that's the promise anyway. How that's going to happen um, once they get done debugging is going to be different.
Yeah, that's
But
gonna that's gonna be interesting to see how they pull that off.
yeah, the
yeah.
promise sounds pretty cool. But
Well, GI guys in the battlefield.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to have the idea and the strategy for them to use. So
yeah,
Yeah,
Screw
yeah.
strategy. Let's just wing it.
what did you say?
That's
Huh?
just like
Did you just say what I think you just said?
he
Yeah,
said just
I
wing
know
it
what you're
like
talking
Splatoon.
about.
You care
Huh?
to say that to my face, son?
Wait, what?
No.
He did say
Like,
he did
I
say
would have said
Supergirl
I
looked
would have
looked
said it
good
to
in
your
that.
face if you showed up a month ago.
Hey, he did say he enjoyed seeing Supergirl in the Injustice 2 trailer.
Oh god,
oh that
I like the armor concept. I still think it's a gimmick, but I'll probably play the game.
I I just don't see why everybody has to have a special armor. They better explain it, because look, you see everybody hooking up with armors like Batman's. I'm like, hold on, no, no, no. This makes no sense.
Batman makes sense.
She got superpowers. He
Flash
got
makes sense
superpowers.
because he's a
He,
scientist and he might want to try to make himself faster.
but the bad thing
But
is,
super,
Flash is already too damn fast. He's already too fast. And
I
plus,
know.
with that speed, he has endurance that matches Superman's. So why?
but he's not as strong as Superman, so he needs to have an advantage.
Okay, but he has the speed that can make him strong enough.
Yeah, speed
Was
plus
rocking
mobility.
He's literally fast enough to change time. How much
I know
faster
that.
and stronger does he need to be?
There is no limits. You never know what you may need the power for.
Like, okay, so he's fast enough to the point where he could literally quickly hit a building and it could crumble to dust.
Yeah, but
How much stronger does he need to
but
be?
that punch ain't strong enough to take out Superman. Superman can take hits 1,000 times stronger than
And
that.
Superman's broken. Actually, Flash is broken too, but
Flash is broken now, technically.
Flash
You're
is
right.
broken is in a different way than Superman's.
They fixed Superman though with Lex Luthor. Remember?
Yeah.
People, this is what happens when you see your boy have a video earlier in the day and just had to try him.
I didn't try him. I'm just pointing it out. I didn't say I agree with it. I said the armors are cool.
I don't mind. Look, I don't mind.
I will say the one big fallacy, and I agree with everybody here, is why on earth does Superman and Supergirl have armor? That makes absolutely no sense.
They have armor, and then you gotta look at the fact that Flash was beating the hell out of Superman during that trailer, and then Batman shows up and stops him.
Yeah, that part made no sense whatsoever. I'm like, why on earth would Batman attack Flash? I'm like, what the?
I mean, if they're all fighting each other, cool, fine. But if Flash just beat Superman, like punished Superman,
Why would
how's
he
Batman
stop him?
just going to jump out of nowhere and block the Flash's punches and then beat him up?
Without the armor. Without the
Without
armor.
the
He didn't do the armor.
The armor, I couldn't
With the
understand
power
it.
kung fu theater, dude.
But the thing is, with the armor, if Batman had armored up, I could kind of understand it. I'd even give it a pass. But he took on Flash bare bones.
But Andre, you have to remember, I'm Batman.
Also, the first game. Remember those Kryptonian engineered pills that they take?
Yep.
I mean, if that's the case, though, then Flash should still trump him because of Flash's natural powers.
Yep.
Actually, he should trump everybody at that point.
Let's be real. That trailer made no sense. It was just
It makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if they were drunk when they made it and just say, "Oh, this looks cool. Let's keep it."
Honestly,
I mean, it's better than Mighty Number 9 trailer.
hey, I will say this though. Honestly, and that was a burn. That was a serious burn. Honestly, I will say this though. It seems to me like they just was trying to get a trailer out.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But you know
I
what?
called it a gimmick.
Yeah.
You know what? Before we go any further, at this point in time, or well, ever since this has begun, CGI trailer is just a concept in motion.
Basically.
Yep.
That's basically.
Watch Dogs is a great example of that.
Watch Dogs 2 for the win. Which reminds me, Andre, did you get a chance to see that Watch Dogs 2 trailer?
What about you, Shadow?
Which trailer?
Watch Dogs 2.
No, but I that goes without saying. We know that game's coming, so
Yeah. Because it looks like the setting this time in San Francisco is a different character. So I'm hoping for a better story. Because that's what pissed me off about the first one was that story. I could not get.
And we want actual hackers.
I didn't care for Aiden Pierce.
Oh, you mean that douchebag?
Yeah, I didn't care for him. So
We're just following the trend. The main protagonist. Sorry. Continue.
no, I'm just saying like, it's one of those situations where I just couldn't get into that. So this game has. Hello.
Daddy's enlarged.
Oh gosh, I needed that.
That's
Now,
special.
okay.
That's very special.
Whose little one was that?
Not mine. I have a boy. That was clearly a
You know
little
I
girl.
claim mine.
Okay, I'm taking it that was Andre's.
Yes.
Perhaps, yes.
More than likely. All right. All right. The other one on my list that I can see here is Mass Effect Andromeda, but it doesn't look like it will be playable on the floor.
At least we get to see it.
Do they need to have that one playable on the floor though?
Does that count
It's
as
No.
supposed to come
Xbox?
out
Or we
March
just
or next year.
are we just talking generic third party now, or
Yeah, just generic third party. Yeah.
okay? Um, no, it doesn't need to be on the floor, and whatever demo that they have, I'm not like that doesn't show what we would need to know is going to set this game apart anyway. Like if it's going to be different than how Mass Effect 1 through 3 was, a 30-minute trailer or shorter is not going to show us that. What everybody wants is free roaming space discovery, a la No Man's Sky with this game. That's what
With
everybody wants.
with
But
And
actual
people
content.
in it.
yeah, you can't see that. There's no way to put that in a little demo or a vertical slice. It's not going to happen.
Oh, so they're gonna have to. Is this one of the situations? EA's gonna need to like have their own, like, for lack of a better term, direct for it.
Yeah, and they'll have to extensively show probably in about 45 minutes how everything is either it's already handmade or it's procedurally generated.
Well, it's supposed to come out like I think was it Q2 of next year, but that's probably gonna get pushed back. More than
I'm thinking so because they got other stuff going on right now anyway.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense. Let's see. Is there anything else that's playable that we don't know of? Like we all know about the sports games, NFL, NHL 17. Yes, those are playable on the floor. Who cares?
Street Fighter 5 will be playable. It might even
Oh
be complete.
gosh.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that, people.
They might hey, maybe they might actually have some content.
Man, you are on fire with these burns tonight, man. You are straight up on fire with the burns.
I needed that. Wow.
Hitman is actually going to be on the floor and playable.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Because I thought they were doing the episodic thing.
That's what I thought as well.
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah. But
Hold on, hold on. Will the playable form be one of those episodics?
This right here doesn't say. It just says Hitman, Square Enix, playable on floor.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to put something episodic playable on the show floor. You've already played like half of it.
Yeah, unless it's going to be like a new episode or something.
Yeah.
That's coming out like later.
Like so for the downloadable titles, like whenever like Xbox Live arcade games were demoed at E3, like any of the footage you see of those, they're like really, really short slices. You're talking like 5-10 minutes if you know what you're doing. So it's probably gonna take like 15-20 minutes for the person that's never touched the game before. But they're really short demos. So if you imagine an episodic game that's meant to be like an hour or 2 hours or so, they're not going to give you that much of it in a demo. That would be, what's the point? Like no point in buying the game.
Basically. Yeah, other than that, it looks like Microsoft isn't going to have that big of a stay at E3 because it looks like a lot of these games are third party. So, the only ones that we have and these outside of maybe on Crackdown 3 aren't playable on the floor.
Now, Jay.
Well, all I can say is this: if anyone is seeing my avatar, yeah, any developers and especially Cuphead.
I forgot about Cuphead.
that was the first thing I was going to bring up, actually.
Man.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like, it's not on the list, so I don't know if they. But you know what? It may show up. I don't know. Because I thought Cuphead was supposed to come out this year.
I thought so too initially, but I guess it's gonna. Well, I don't know yet. We'll see.
Well, yes, it's still said that it's scheduled to release this year.
Probably holiday then.
Yeah, probably. But like I said, if you want to see this E3 confirmed list, you can go to IGN.com. They have it there, the confirmed games at E3. Now, before we wrap this up, quick question: do you think that Microsoft is going to show anything like that upgraded system, the rumored upgraded system at E3.
That's what I thought you forgot about.
No, I didn't forget about it. I just
That, and I also want to talk about the augmented reality thing, but go
yeah.
ahead.
So first, do you think they're gonna show that at E3?
I
Because
do not think so.
I remember Phil Spencer saying about a couple months ago that that wasn't a very good idea to do uh mid generation upgrades for home consoles.
Yeah,
I think they're
but
gonna show the Slim.
yeah, I'm thinking that as well. But who knows? It's not like this would be the first time that some company said something and then they totally did something entirely different than what they said before.
Yeah, I mean, my only thing is like if it is a slimmer system, that's different than having like a completely upgraded system like what uh is rumored Sony's doing or something like that. So that's why I was asking, do you think that's gonna happen or not? But
I think if they do that, they do that at another time, because what it's gonna make them look like
mhm.
it, it's gonna make them look like hypocrites because of what Spencer already said, and they're looking more of iterating Xbox like on an annual basis like a phone. So it wouldn't be something drastic like, hey, here's 2.5 more terabytes. I don't think teraflops. I don't
Now,
think
I
that's
have a
gonna happen.
question for you there, Shadow. I mean, that would make perfect business sense, but making business sense and making actual choices doesn't always seem to match up with these companies. Let's be real.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a good idea either. Because video game consoles they're really fickle like that. So I don't think the consumers will be down for going to buy a game and it says, "Oh, you don't have the 2015 Xbox One, so this game won't run because you have the 2013 Xbox One." I don't think that's going to fly, and
Nope.
I think Microsoft knows this, so they're trying to figure out ways to, I don't know, like lower the frame rate or something like that with these newer games that are going to take advantage of the new hardware. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but I do know that they plan on going that route. So
Um,
I don't think Nintendo's going to go that way. I don't think Sony's going to go that way, but Microsoft is definitely hell bent on straight subscription service for your hardware.
here's the thing. When it came to last gen, when Sony and I believe Microsoft as well actually announced that they were going to do a 10-year lifespan. Now I'm remembering this generation. No such thing was being told, announced, or spoken of. So
That's because
Two
Wii U
years in, and
screwed
we
it
gonna
up
swap it out
last
like a cell
time,
phone.
and it screwed it up for this time. So
Yeah,
Wii U came out in 2012 and fucked everybody up.
yeah, because
2 years in, and we gonna swap them out like cell phones.
Yep.
yeah. All right, the augmented reality. Shep, you want to take that one?
Give
The
me a sec,
commander
guys.
decided.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, while he's handling whatever he has to handle, Andre, you found it back?
With since I had to step away for a moment, reiterate just briefly what you mean, what you're talking about with augmented reality.
I don't know. Shep was gonna bring it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
I can think of things to do with augmented reality, but if there was something specific brought up, then I don't want to try to run the show with it.
yeah. I think it has more of a business case more than anything else. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
more
Actually,
of a,
uh, w- w-
actually, I
wait,
can see
so
augmented reality working for games and stuff too. I mean,
yes.
I
yeah,
don't see it being as successful.
it would definitely work better for business because it would make finding files and things a lot quicker and easier. But I think that has a strong case for gaming as well if the right setup is achieved.
To be
Yeah,
honest, you know what I think it would be better for? I think it would be better for game design.
It would
Like,
definitely be a lot better for game design.
yeah, like a Unreal Engine 5, and you literally put stuff where you want it on the map.
And then just have it all rendered together.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
but hey, they can probably bring back Project Spark and
Yeah.
not that godforsaken Conquer that they showed.
Yeah, Project Spark, a custom version of Minecraft, all kind of things like that. They can bring back Fable, and you can customize your own villages and stuff like that, and do whatever.
Oh, to see you speaking my
Yep.
language now.
See,
Oh
guys,
yeah.
you guys already started to bring up what I was intending to bring up, so keep going, guys. I'll make my piece in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've been listening the whole time.
I mean,
especially
look,
bringing back Fable Legends.
ooh,
Go on,
Fable
Andre.
Legends. Oh my gosh, being able to set up your minions and traps, like just to be able to lay it out on a table and look at it and just touch what you want to edit and drop it in like that. That would be so much better. Hell, that would have worked a lot for Project Spark if they would have kept it around.
I'll do one more for you. So Microsoft wants to be serious with PC gaming too, right? You can be your own DM. You're literally managing the dungeon.
That would be cool. Oh,
as the one god, as everybody's walking through trying to come through.
that would be awesome.
That's spectacular.
Dungeon, I have like you could be the real dungeon master at that point.
Yes.
Legitimately, like seriously.
Yeah, that would augmented reality. I think I could see that, and then you could look at the players as they're on the field, and you can decide which traps you might want to activate or not.
Yep,
that'd be cool.
The only thing
All
about
of it
that
happening in real time.
The only problem about that though, Microsoft would have to bite the bullet and say Nintendo was right because they're going to need a second display.
Basically, augmented reality would be a version of the gamepad.
And it also enhance sports games, believe it or not. Like football would be perfect for augmented reality.
This would be great for like I talked about with my my Madden video and like a head coach mode.
Exactly.
Like you could lay your plays out in front of you, lay your plays out in front of you, and then just give allow the headsets to actually do voice recognition, so that way you could call audibles mid play.
I'll do you one better. Bring back old school Rainbow Six. You do your rock drill right there before you start your mission.
But you know what else this would work really well for? And like nobody's going to think about this off the bat. But you know that side series from Warhammer, Space Hawk?
Yep.
This would work perfectly for that.
You can do that too. You can. There's so many applications now that I think about it. But you will have to. It couldn't be an existing game. It will have to be like tailor made for that. Like starting with that as the focus.
Yeah, like companies should have done with the gamepad for games.
Yeah, about that.
And then they would have a leg up on this idea.
Man, y'all know y'all asking for the impossible.
Oh, you mean to ask for the publishers to allow the developers to actually be creative?
Yeah,
not really.
Yeah, that.
I can't blame the developers wholly because the publishers kind of ruined their ideas for them. But that's why a lot of them going indie now.
So speaking of that, real quick, like I noticed that, like I listened to a bunch of podcasts and a bunch of videos today, that all went over the same news, and they decided to ignore a piece of information. So everybody talked about how Ukulele got delayed, but nobody put the little quote in there where dude said that Wii U is basically going to be the lead platform.
Yeah.
And some told me that kind of rubbed me wrong anyway, because I looked at that trailer and I left a comment on the video when I saw the trailer too. I was like, this is the first trailer I saw where Wii U was the first logo at the end of it. The very first one.
The very first one. Because that's probably where they started, though.
Okay, hold on, Andre. Shadow Fox. Are you mean to tell me that we're finally living in the Twilight Zone?
It makes sense, though. I told Jay this earlier today. I said that makes sense because if Wii U is so hard to port to, why don't you make it the fucking lead platform?
And then port back.
Port from it.
Then port from that.
And on top of that, you can enable all of the same features on the other games using Smart Glass or the Durgon remote play with the Vita. Go. But nobody thought that way.
How many times must I tell you, gentlemen, stop using common sense?
But you know what the bad thing is? Ubisoft proved it was possible by porting Zombie.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing is, the people that play Tonic are all ex-Rareware.
Yeah, they are. They're the ex-Rareware that worked with Nintendo.
Yeah.
People think about it the common sense way too, though.
Yeah.
They're not going to be dumb about it.
Yeah, they're not going to be dumb about it, and they don't have a preconceived bias.
Yeah,
Oh,
shit. Like we'll put stuff on Xbox, and we put it on PlayStation 4 after we make it for Wii U.
No, you should say it even better. The people at Playtonic doesn't have a publisher up their behinds.
That too.
What I am curious about is how they're gonna if they're gonna implement anything using the gamepad, and how would they go about it? That's what's fascinating to me.
I'm thinking
give it some time. I'm almost certain it's going to be an inventory system.
Yeah,
I was
I mean, that's a given. Inventory and maps is like an automatic default.
Yeah, that's the easiest thing.
Well, it's gonna be. That's another one that's gonna be playable on the floor, so we'll have a chance to see it. Well, according to this, anyway, it's gonna be playable on the floor. So
Wait,
it's playable on the show floor for all systems. Then we'll probably be able to see it. More than likely.
This is going to be very interesting with ukulele.
But see, that's the only other thing. Well, before we get out of here, let me get you guys' thoughts on what do you guys think how E3 as a whole is going to go down this year. Andre.
I see a lot of people being mad. That's the only thing I can think of. I see a lot of people being mad because people are already going in super hyped up for no reason. I see people being mad.
Okay, all right. Shadow?
You know you shouldn't have asked me second, because the first thing I'm going to do is quote Shokyo and say it's going to be Christmas.
Oh,
Wow.
It's Christmas. Good or bad, it's going to be Christmas.
Okay. Chef?
definitely.
I think it's going to be essentially the same thing as Shadowbone said, definitely. It's going to go either one of two ways. It's going to be meh, or it's going to be really awesome. And honestly, I'm leaning towards the meh.
Really, the Reggie quote?
It's a perfect quote, to be honest with you.
I will say this.
Okay, I'll go How about that?
This is the most I've seen Microsoft and Sony do what Nintendo does. I've never seen both of them have managed expectations going in. Usually they're all hype, 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 and then they have a couple of leaks that weren't going to make their massive list of announcements that, you know, it may not be that big, but they announce it like it's the next thing since sliced bread, the best thing since sliced bread. So they're not doing that now. So
Really, Shadow Fox? You mean all those trailers those trailers that we see since last week, before even E3 began? You mean that is also Nintendo-like?
Yeah, they're. I'll say this. This is what I'll say. I've noticed since last year that Microsoft definitely had more vested interest in Gamescom than it did E3.
Yeah.
And Sony definitely had a more vested interest in TGS, or attempting to show stuff during TGS. They had their own event, the Sony PlayStation Experience, whatever you call it. I don't know. But they wanted to have more of an emphasis there than E3 as well. So they did the whole thing where they had to show, well, hey, we're gonna pay Yu Suzuki to bring back this old game or whatever. And remember this one game we worked on for 12 years? It's still here. But that stuff, that was zero work. That was literally them talking and saying, hey, it's happening. So them being as quiet as they are now is leading me to believe that a lot of those promises that were made last year, they're not going to come to fruition at all. Or if they are, they're not going to show up until new hardware is around.
Yep.
So we might.
Oh, so you mean the same thing that happened last generation?
Yeah, like the whole, like No Man's Sky was supposed to be what, a 2014 title, I think, at one point.
2015, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to launch early 2015.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're talking about games being like basically pushed on the back burner, and stuff is not being talked about. That was lauded last year, like, oh my god, yeah, this is the game, and then you don't hear about it and it slowly disappears. So we start seeing stuff like that happening a lot. I mean, like Mirror's Edge just got a muted launch, so like, and it was talked about like crazy what 2 years ago?
Yep.
2014.
That did kind of hit me as strange. Like I didn't actually realize it launched. I thought that it was about to launch. I could have found that it's already out.
Yeah, they said that thing out to die because EA knew that it wasn't worth the advertising, I guess. So
they basically just did it to appease the people that were asking for it, so they shut up.
Yeah.
Permission for minor controversy.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Did you guys see the video that a certain channel did regarding a certain frequency?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Hey, Gaming Wildlife, good video.
Yes. They finally took a stand. I was like, wow.
Oh man, that was an awesome video. I mean, not like most of us didn't know all this stuff ahead of time, but it's good that somebody else actually put it out there in a creative way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a relatively decent sized channel, so you know a lot of people saw it.
I'm lost on that. So somebody send me the link.
It's in the community.
I put it in the council community actually.
Yeah, it's in the community. You'll see it. Triple M, what you think about E3 as a whole this year? What you think?
Man, it's going to be like the best thing ever since sliced bread. It's going to be the Super Bowl gaming. Yeah.
Have you been on Obi-Wan's channel?
I'm going to ask.
Oh God.
I'm going to ask you something.
Make sure you throw your hands up.
I'm just going to ask something. What drugs are they feeding you? I mean, I could have taken that another direction, but I decided not to. I kind of like taking that down.
Crack, man. It's an Obi-Wan crack.
I've never watched his channel, so
all you need is a bootleg green screen. Let that curtain flap.
I will sadly admit he was one of the first people I subscribed to, and he was also one of the first people I unsubscribed from.
I've never watched his channel. I've just seen his thumbnails, and his thumbnails put me off, so I don't want. I've never watched any of his videos.
Ignore him. He's just one of those fake hype men.
Like, not to try to throw shade at anybody or anything, but if every video your mouth is wide open and you look surprised, that kind of tells me you're just trying to draw attention no matter what it is.
Yeah, that's the hustle.
I mean, I'm not knocking that, but that's just, it's boring, at least from my standpoint.
All right, guys.
Yeah, that was just my first half. The second half is basically what Shadow Fox said. No, Andre, what Andre said. People are going to be so bloody mad. And what we talked about before we were live, Jay. All these three companies are going to have different setups. So it's not just Nintendo's going to be in the sidelines. It's so different that the other two competitors are the same. No, this is going to be so different for all three. Anything could happen, actually.
Well, maybe Sony's conference won't be boring this year.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, they put me to sleep. Last year it wasn't so bad. Last year I was able to stay awake, but it was still boring.
It's still at night because Microsoft has the afternoon one.
But I watched it the day afterwards, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
I always watch them the day afterwards, and I knock out. Like that's a good sleep medication.
The problem with Sony is they drag theirs out. Regardless
all they gotta do,
or not,
all they gotta do is hit you with a game, talk a little about the game, hit you with another game, talk a little about the game. Don't give me all of your shareholder stats. Do that privately. I don't care.
Wait, you mean short and sweet, just like Nintendo did?
Yes. So I actually have time to be excited.
That's the wrong way to go with it.
Moving forward, we're forbidden from talking about Nintendo when we're talking about the other companies. At least for E3.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Let's put shade on Nintendo.
Everyone at E3 has ADHD for some reason. So you have to hit everybody quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like you gotta drop a game, give them a few minutes of gameplay, say this is what's gonna happen in the game, then drop the next game. You don't drop a game, talk a few minutes about the game, show a little bit of gameplay, and then talk 15 minutes about something that doesn't relate to anything gaming.
But Andre, you're talking like you know what you're talking about.
Because I have common sense.
Okay.
What did I
No,
tell you?
hold
What
on,
did I
hold
tell you
on.
about common sense?
Let's take
What did I
that
tell
back.
you?
I take that back. I don't have common sense. I have uncommon sense.
Okay, good.
Oh boy.
No,
That
Shoot on the
aside,
wall 3 times, then come back.
Actually, Andre, you are more on the artistic side than the mechanical side. Did I say that correctly?
I guess you could say that, but I just talked about how to make the process mechanical, so I think that kind of works against it.
Meanwhile, back on Earth, our heroes realize they have a podcast to finish.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Great comic book segment.
By the way,
there.
Trunks is coming back in Jungle Ball Super. Whoop whoop. Okay.
With blue hair, but don't be mad. It's still the same Trunks.
I am mad because I think they made him a wimp again. I hope not.
No, I don't think so.
They better
But,
not,
I mean,
because
but you gotta look.
a lot of people would freak out if they did.
Okay, otaku-ness aside, you gotta look at the fact that he ain't been with them for how many years, and they now up to God tier. So
Otaku at large.
yeah, that's what this is. But wrapping this up, honestly, I think E3 is probably gonna be. I'm hoping it's gonna surprise me, but I'm thinking it's gonna be a little bit lackluster, just because of all the developers that were pulling out initially. A lot of them only going to be showing like CG trailers. We're not probably going to get a lot of gameplay on some stuff, but we shall see. We find out Sunday because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bethesda and somebody else goes Sunday night. So
Yep.
that's pretty much when it starts. And then Monday is Microsoft at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. I don't know when Sony goes. I want to say they're supposed to be at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Nintendo's going to be on that Tuesday at 12 noon, and they're going to be going through the day because they have the Treehouse with Pokemon and Legend of Zelda, and Wednesday is going to be the show floor. So if you guys are going to be watching, from what I understand, it's going to be live on Twitch, YouTube, and somewhere else. I don't know what the last place is, though.
All the famous streams that you can get.
Yeah, so you'll be able to stream it. It's supposed to be streaming live, so you'll be able to stream it. But that will be it for this midweek cast. Also, going forward, the midweek cast will be being held on an as-needed basis. We're not going to be doing a midweek cast every week now. We'll still have the Sunday cast, but the midweek cast is just going to be as needed. So if we do need to do one, of course, we'll let everybody know via Facebook or the Google community or Twitter. So just be on the lookout for that stuff. And anybody got anything that they want to pimp out, Andre?
Well, 2 videos on my channel that popped up today if you want to watch or listen to. Me talking about the Injustice 2 trailer and a video talking about why Soul Calibur 2 HD should have been on the daggone Wii U. But, I mean, hey, those are the 2 videos that are on my channel. Like, that's it.
All right.
Not trying to hurt nobody's feelings.
All right, Shadow.
All right, so I put out a couple of videos maybe about a week or 2 ago. So if you haven't seen those, check them out. And I'll also be putting out another Infernal Thought Process video within the next day or 2. So that'll be coming. And a Shadowcast is forthcoming, barring bandwidth, since I'm not in my normal bandwidth hogging location. So depending on how I feel and how reliable this connection is, I'll be hosting one of those as well. Other than that, Jay, we didn't touch on the EA versus Activision fight that's supposed to be happening this November, but I guess we could talk about that Sunday, right before E3 starts, because I'm pretty sure probably by the time we do the podcast Sunday night, we probably would have already seen a trailer for both of those showing more gameplay from Space versus World War I.
That's what I'm waiting. That's actually what I'm waiting on because it's supposed to show one either Friday or Saturday. So that's the rumor.
For those
If
not
they keep
following,
this up,
yeah,
Call of Duty
Call
is
of
going to
Duty.
literally be killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right. Shep.
Um, the video I mentioned on Sunday got pushed back because life happens. Um, let's see. I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. I'll probably have it up on Friday, and I think I'm also going to be doing an OGL probably Thursday or Friday as well. So expect one video on my channel by the end of the week, and check Dr. Feels Good to see a crazier version of Gamers at Large. So yeah, that's about it.
All right.
All the best, people.
All right. Trip.
All right. I'm just gonna take a pot shot at Andre because I am definitely my feelings were hurt on that Soul Calibur video. No love for Heihachi.
Again, as I explained, I like Heihachi in Tekken. In Soul Calibur, he does not make sense to me because he's the only person running around without any weapons. Got a pair of gauntlets on that are supposed to block everything somehow. No. No. Like,
You have not
Killick
watched.
would have
You have not watched
bashed
enough
him
anime,
half to
have
death.
you?
Killick would have bashed him half to death. He would
You've
have
not
been
watched enough
beaten by
anime because you'll be surprised what a gauntlet can do in anime.
Yes.
an anime. Okay, I've seen a lot of animes with characters using gauntlets, but I'm looking at the skill of the people using the weapons against him with just having the gauntlets. It's not like that's a common thing for him.
Guys. This is like another 50 hours of review.
And so
We can
look,
go really far with that.
Yeah.
again, I'm not saying he shouldn't be in the game. I just don't care for his existence in it. But I didn't say he should be removed.
Okay, replace him with Akuma.
What?
Guys, again, we rapping. We're not doing another
Sorry,
hours.
I just had to do it. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this is E3 is about to be bestowed on us, so we're gonna have a blowout. Wait, what are you talking about? No, I didn't mean blow a gasket. Get out of here, gas. I'm signing out, people. See you all.
All right.
Okay, we need to get you back on your medications, bro.
Yeah. Well, if you check my channel, there is some gameplay up for Odin Sphere that came out yesterday. I will have parts 2 and 3 up, hopefully by Friday. Check us back out on Sunday. I'm gonna try and see. We may have to adjust the time of the cast on Sunday because I don't know when the actual Bethesda conference starts, but I think they're starting at 9. If I'm not mistaken, but we may need to adjust that. But we'll let you guys know if we do, and we'll see you guys on Sunday. Peace out.
Peace.
Odin Sphere.
Corona for